Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another vlog. We are here at Walt Disney World for Destination D23. Today is the first day in a way, because today we get to go to registration, pick up our swag, and obviously go shopping in some of the exclusive shopping experiences that are offered at Destination D23. So we're really, really excited. If you're not sure what Destination D23 is, if you're a big Disney fan, you may have heard of D23, which is like a huge convention that they have every other year in Anaheim. And well, technically D23 itself is like the official Disney fan club, but the D23 Expo is this big convention they have every other year in Anaheim, and they have tons of vendors, lots of panels, things of that sort. But on the off years of D23 Expo, they have an event at Walt Disney World called Destination D23. So it's a similar idea, but just a lot smaller of a landscape. They did expand it this year a little bit, so it is a little bit bigger than in previous years, but still this year, from what I've heard, there was only like 5,000 tickets sold. So it is quite a small event, and we are lucky enough to get in. You do have to be a D23 member to attempt to purchase tickets. But I think you can have the free membership. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be the paid one. But we got in a few months ago, and so we were so excited to be able to do this because we've wanted to do this forever. So we are here this weekend. We are staying, so the convention itself is at Coronado Springs. We're staying at Pop Century. They had a block at Coronado that we tried to get into, but then it was sold out. And then from there, we were like, oh, well, we'll just like pay like outside the block, but it was gonna be like $400 a night, and that wasn't even for like a tower room. So we were like, that's a little crazy for Coronado Springs. So we got a really, really good deal at Pop Century. But then we just found out a few weeks ago that you can't park at Coronado Springs unless you're staying there for the convention. So now we have to go over to ESPN, which thankfully we're close by to, and then they shuttle you over to Coronado. So I wish I would have known that information sooner, but hopefully it'll be smooth. I'm familiar with Run Disney weekends, so typically, you know, they have the bus situation figured out, and there's a lot more people at those events than this, so I'm hoping it won't be too bad. But today we're going to take you guys in to check out kind of like the shopping areas, check out what they have there set up for us today, and then tomorrow is when all the real fun begins. And I think I'm going to end up doing 3 videos, one for each day, so a shorter video today and then the 2 days following, so Saturday and Sunday. But we have a lot in store for this weekend. We have some panels that I'm really excited about, including, spoiler alert, a drawing experience with Dan Povenmire and Swampy Marsh, who direct and write and draw for Phineas and Ferb. So I'm so excited about that because I'm a huge Phineas and Ferb fan, always have been. And we have a fun party tomorrow night at Typhoon Lagoon that's Cuscotopia themed. So really, really exciting stuff. And then Sunday we have an 80s and 90s themed concert. So should be a lot of fun, and we're going to take you guys along with us. Do have the earliest shopping time possible, so I'm curious to see how many people are here. We didn't like rope drop this necessarily. Our shopping time is between 8 and 9, and it is 7:41 right now. And again, obviously we have to be bussed over to the hotel, but I'm just curious what the crowds are going to be like. Thankfully I see buses already lined up, so hopefully this won't be too bad. So we're in the shopping queue. Thankfully we were able to come right in here. They have like another line for people whose time hasn't come up yet, so I guess we wait in here. There is quite a lot of people, but kind of what we expected, but thankfully the check-in process was short. We haven't gotten our swag bags yet, that's in a different area, but they did give us these little bags, and then they give you a bracelet with your shopping time on it. They're leading us in a line back through the main convention hall here, and then they're escorting us to the shopping area. And then once we get over there, it's divided up into like 4 different parts, so different like stores kind of, and we can kind of go from there and go wherever we want. Some of the might have queues, but at least we will be in line officially. They have tons of cute photo ops, like this little throwback Disney +1. And then back in there is the gift pickup, so we'll go over there after we're done shopping. So we're here in the ink and paint shopping room. So this is kind of all the outside vendors. As you can see, they have a huge lug set up, so they're one of the main sponsors. They have Lorcana over here. They have Pandora. So all sorts of different stuff, but it's so cool seeing a bunch of these lug bags all lined up. The display is really nice. I have a few lug bags and I absolutely love them. So it's very cool to see all the rig set up. I love this monorail one. It's super cool.
How is that even?
I've never seen this Muppets one or this Mickey Christmas one. Both super cute.
This weekend we have our D23 engraved Murano, really beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And then we have our Minnie Mouse and I'm sorry. They're both Minnie Mouse. I apologize, but we do have a Mickey one as well.
Oh.
And on the back it does say D23.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then we do have some Disneyland exclusives as
Oh,
well.
nice.
So for any of our Disneyland lovers, we have our Disneyland Murano, our Disneyland hat, the castle, the D. So got some great offerings.
Very cool.
And then lastly,
I love
all
that.
of our shoppers this weekend get early access to our Beauty and the Beast collection.
Very
it's not
beautiful.
being launched anywhere else for another month.
Very
So,
cool. Thank you so
yeah.
much. I
Thanks for
appreciate it.
checking it out.
They have a Rock'em sock set up, so tons of fun Disney socks, including these fun ABC Soup ones that are Goofy movie themed. Love that. And they have a cute Powerline one. Looks like a amp box. Stife is also set up. These beautiful plushies. So many pretty options.
Check out our limited editions as well.
Yeah.
They're handmade in Germany.
These are all their limited edition ones, all handmade in Germany. Beautiful. I love it. And then this stuff's a bit more accessible.
Single unit of most of these with us. This is the last one in the United States, actually.
Last stitch in the United States. Wow. Very cool. I love the Snow White too. She's beautiful. And I love the Marie. Oh, so beautiful. I love the pink Dumbo too. This over here looks more like collectible figurines for, you know, your Marvel sort of stuff, Avatar, things of that sort. So they have their lineup over here. And then they have Blackwing too, which seems to be something having to do with art. I'm not super familiar, but looks like things for drawing maybe. But then this is kind of the assortment that they have. Bath & Body Works set up here because they are launching a villains collection. So they have Evil Queen and Maleficent over here on display. They've got everything from soap holders to the candles to the lotions to the wallflowers, so everything. I can already smell it. It smells so good. They have nice mirrors and things like that. This launches next week in store. Really, really neat if you're a villains fan, and perfect for Halloween. I love this photo op of this like rhinestone D23. I'm obviously not going to touch it, but it's so pretty. They have some art displays out. So this is Thomas Kincaid booth. Over there, there's other Disney fine art. So it seems like a lot of Don Corona. We love his work. It's very like pop arty, almost with all the pastels. They have a Marvel display here. Looks like some limited edition stuff that I wouldn't know much about. LCG, if you're familiar with that. He's working on a piece right now. Very neat. Last but not least, over here they have the Lorcana booth. So I think they're selling some limited edition Lorcana stuff. I'm not really sure, I'm not too familiar with it, but that's what I heard. And then just more of the lug display. And they have all the luggage and everything and all the different bags. We got in line here for Mickey's of Glendale, so we have a little bit of a queue here, but not nearly as big as when we were all waiting at convention hall, so it's definitely broken up now, and it seems like people are going through fairly quickly. They have some mannequins, some examples of stuff that they're selling. I love that Haunted Mansion Parlor sweatshirt. So you get little previews as you're waiting. Everybody loves all the Sorcerer Mickey stuff from Imagineering because this is Mickey's of Glendale. What I'm mainly excited for in here is the Muppets merch because they have a whole Muppets studio section, and I already saw something that I definitely want that I saw a girl holding up, so I'm excited to see that. And then I'm really interested to see all the like Imagineering stuff with Sorcerer Mickey because I love Sorcerer Mickey. They also have on display here Tom Morrow 2.0. He's a mini animatronic, I guess, that hosts Imagineering that on Walt Disney Imagineering YouTube channel. And then he was also in Epcot in the early 2000s, so you might remember him from there. But kind of cool that they have them displayed here. This is the Mickey's of Glendale setup here. So over here they have Muppet Studio merch. They have some stuff for the 70th. They have like t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts. I'm gonna get this sweatshirt, I think. I love it. I love that it's embroidered, so it's super nice. They also have like super fun designs. They have pins too, of course. I absolutely love this sweatshirt. I got that too with all of them in their little like windows, I guess you could say. And they have a t-shirt version too. And they have hats and a little Kermit pen, just all sort of little things too. They have a lot of like office supplies since all this stuff is sold at the offices. And like they have a mouse pad. It's only like $7 too, so that's kind of cool. There's t-shirts, mugs, even a Spirit jersey, so a little bit of everything. They do have a section here that's 40% off, so they have a few, mainly like Sorcerer Mickey pieces of merch, so that's cool. Grant did get a sweatshirt from this area and the hat, because we love Sorcerer Mickey. I just thought this one was so cool with the like black on black embroidery, and the whole back says Imagineering, so that's very neat. Over here, they have a line of stuff that's a bit more whimsical. I think it's called Destination. So it has a mix of park IP. And so like this one has all the castles, which is kind of cool. And I love this like goofy art with him on the plane, and it's embroidered. They have a t-shirt with it as well. They have some orange bird. They have stickers, water bottles. So again, just a nice assortment of items, and everything's pretty affordable too. Like Grant's sweatshirt that he got, which he is getting on sale, but the original price of it is only $40. They have this Mickey's of Glendale Station Destination Imagination line, so it's kind of subway inspired. So it's kind of cool too. I actually do like, I just am seeing this like Mickey, Sorcerer Mickey design. So I think I might get that t-shirt because that's kind of cool and unique. Yeah, I think I might get this because that's actually pretty cool. Over here, they have Walt Disney Imagineering section. So they have like pens and pencils, all kind of like branded stuff that you would find at a company store, which is really neat. So they even have like some pencils, say Walt Disney Imagineering. I might grab a few of those for friends and family. Oh, the pen or the paintbrush is really neat as well. And they have t-shirts and hats and bags. They have notebooks. They have luggage tags. So again, a good mix of things. They also have like a desk mat, and it's only like $25. These little luggage tags are only $5. So a lot of really affordable options over here too. And again, they have like cool Imagineering. And these notebooks are embossed too with Sorcerer Mickey. And they have a bunch of colors. They have passport covers. I like this tote bag too, but I do have enough tote bags. They have a book section over here, so they have some little golden books as well as some more adult geared books. All Disney, of course. Some more about Imagineering. They're gonna have a book signing here at some point. And then they have a Haunted Mansion section. This stuff's all from the cruise line, so it's all for the Haunted Mansion Parlor, which is the bar on the Disney Treasure? My brain is like malfunctioning, but I do like this. It's really neat. This embroidered sweatshirt. So if you haven't had the chance to go on this ship yet, they have some of that merch here. So we're now in the Disney Hollywood store. So they have some of the stuff that you can find exclusively in Hollywood. So we've been to this store in Hollywood, and they have a lot of exclusive pins. So I think that's why a lot of people will probably be coming to this spot. But they have some merch here as well that's pretty neat. I do like this little bag charm. It's super cute. It's a little ice cream. And it's $12.95. They have like this windbreaker, and it does say Disney Studio Store Hollywood. Mugs, a different windbreaker, tees, all with this like Hollywood print on it. They have some more ice cream stuff, and as you can see, it's a lot of pin traders here, so that's kind of when things get hectic. So it's a small area in here, and everybody's shopping. They have this cute El Capitan shirt, and they have matching pins and stuff, of course, too. So we are now in the Walt Disney Company Store. So the first one we did was the ink and paint, which that's kind of like the vendors with all Disney merchandise. And then we went over to Mickey's of Glendale, which that's the Imagineering store over at Imagineering in California. Then we went to the Disney, I think it's like Disney Store Hollywood technically, but that's kind of the store that they have at the El Capitan Theater. And now we are in the Walt Disney Company Store, which we were just here back in March because we went on a studio tour, but they have a little bit different merchandise here. Plus, this is also where you're going to find all the exclusive D23 merchandise. So this is a bigger room. I feel like it has more merch than the Mickeys of Glendale did. So we're going to take a look around here and do a little shopping. Also, whenever we were walking into the last one, they were like, oh, like, because our time was 8 to 9, but we thought that was like arrival time. But then the woman was trying to not let us in because it was like 9:01. And one guy was like, oh, just go ahead. And so like he acted like we only had they were acting like we only had an hour for shopping. So I don't know what the actual deal is, but they didn't like say that. So that's kind of crazy if that's the case, because you don't like have enough time to shop everything in an hour, which obviously tomorrow it'll be like fully open so people can go in and out even though you might have to queue up. But I don't know what the truth is with that, because again, they didn't say like, oh, if you have 8 to 9, you can only shop between 8 and 9. So I don't really know, but we still have to get our swag bags. Still have a few other things we got to do here before we leave today. But at least we're going to see everything and do our shopping today. On this side, you'll find the Destination D23 merchandise and the D23 merchandise. They have so many shirts featuring so many characters. So basically, if you like a certain character, you can probably find it on a shirt that says D23. And again, they have some exclusive Destination D23 merch, Spirit jerseys and t-shirts, pins, you name it. They have it here. So really good mix of stuff. And they even have an exclusive D23 Roosevelt shirt. So, and my husband Grant loves Roosevelts, so he might be getting this one. It's pretty neat, has a bunch of different characters on it. But here's some of the shirts they have. So they have like Genie, Cheshire Cat, Simba, or is that Mufasa technically? I'm not really sure. Tiana, Joy, Donald, Madame Leota even. So a ton of shirts that just say D23 with your favorite characters. Figment, of course. So that's really neat. And these ones are $30. And then on this side of the store, they have more of the Walt Disney Company stuff. So some of the merch that I saw over in California. So they have like the Stanleys that are customized. They have these cute little canvas tote bags. And of course, like t-shirts and sweatshirts and all sorts of other stuff too. So lots of different options. And some of it's even on sale, which is amazing. I love this vest. This is super neat with the Sorcerer Mickey, and it's fleece lined. Have some pins on sale. And they have all this like the Walt Disney Company merch. It's a bit more like varsity style. So many options, and all this stuff is 60% off of the ticketed price. So we have our credentials here, and we're going to pick up our gift bags. And then obviously I'll show you guys what's inside and the bag itself. But they have different stations depending on what level of ticket you have. So we picked up our bags, and now we're going, what's it called? Charting the course? Charting the course. So it's like a little kind of like display, I guess, with some like behind the scenes things. So we're going to go check that out. And then I think we're kind of done here for the day. We checked out all the shop. It's 9:20, so we got here at like 8. So like, honestly, it felt longer. But obviously we're going to go back to the hotel room after this. Well, we'll show you them charting the course. And then after that, we're going to head back to the hotel, and I'll show you guys what's in our bags that we got. This is just a sign for the event for where we're at, kind of directing you what's all here. But just so you guys can kind of see what all the offerings are, even though we basically showed you everything, but it can get a little confusing. Looks like this is a behind-the-scenes look at the global stories and inspirations that make up the parks and movies. So we'll probably see some stuff from Imagineering. This is Joe Rohde's boots and sketchbook from the trip to Nepal that helped inspire different rides and attraction resorts, including Animal Kingdom, Pleasure Island, and Alani. Hi, thank you. Oh, this is from the Tapestry of Nations Parade. Throwback, Grant's gonna love that. Man, rest in peace to that. That's inspirational artwork for Mufasa. Concept art for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Concept art for the Swiss Family Treehouse. This is a village model for the Millennium Village. That was for Epcot. This is a costume from the 2020 Mulan film. And this is a model for the 2007 World's End Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This is the baby elephant animatronic, Little Red, if you remember Kilimanjaro Safari before they kind of changed the storyline because it used to be about poaching. So this is that animatronic that used to be in the back of that buggy through 2012. That's super cool that they brought that here. And then these are the outfits from the 2021 Jungle Cruise film. So we are back from the Destination D23 pickup, shopping, that sort of thing. I feel like it wasn't as crazy. Like, part of it was crazy, part of it wasn't as bad as I was anticipating it being, because I was nervous that it was going to be really bad. I will say, I think in the future, if you're going in 2 years from now when they have it, we got the earliest shopping time, and I really think that worked in our favor, and I would definitely do that again. And I don't know, I'm still kind of confused. I kind of talked to you guys about it while we were there. I'm still confused whether or not we were only allowed to shop between 8 and 9 or not. They didn't tell us that whenever we were picking a time. They weren't like, this is your designated shopping time. It was more framed as, this is your arrival window. So I'm very thankful we got there at the beginning of our window between 8 and 9, because we did get there a little bit before 8 to line up. Because again, they were turning us away at 9 to enter places. So I don't know if that was a miscommunication. I'm still kind of confused about that, but thankfully, you can always go back the other days because it's more open the following days of the event. But the first day, it's kind of in time spots. But again, I don't know. I don't know who was confused. I don't know if we were confused or if they were confused or if everybody was confused. So that I'm not completely sure on. But we were easily able to pick up our bag, and then yeah, so then when we came back on the bus system's been very good, which I'm not super surprised by, because I feel with events like this, with Disney, again, I've experienced with Run Disney, it's very straightforward and very easy in and out. So thankfully that was all good. So you don't really have to stay at Coronado. I mean, obviously it'll be busier the following days, but again, I don't think it'll be too bad, especially the following days. Everybody will be going in and out at the same time. So they'll have more buses. And again, we never really waited for a bus, and we never waited more than a few minutes, 5 minutes or less on the actual bus before they left our destination. But I wanted to hop on really quick and do a haul, both of the bag that they gave us that's included with our ticket, and then what we purchased. And I'm gonna get this up literally same day. So after this, I'm going to edit, because it's only around 11 o'clock. So this is kind of the swag bag, I guess you could say, we got. So it's this lug bag. I don't know what model of bag this is, but some people had black and white houndstooth in the same style, and then this is all gray. So we didn't really get a choice. And with the I feel the premier, the higher tiers of ticket are the ones that had the black and white or the houndstooth or the gray, but our tier ticket just had the gray, but it is the same style of bag. And the one thing about lug bags is there's a million pockets, so this is a really nice quality bag. The sides have magnetic little pouches. There is a long strap, so you can use it. It's a small weekender size. This is perfect for a personal item on a plane. And then it does have a trolley sleeve, which I love, so you can slip it over your suitcase. It has a big long pocket in the back here, and it's all padded kind of as well. On the front here, there's multiple pockets. So there is a slip pocket right here. It's really deep, so it'd be perfect size for a passport. There is this little wristlet sort of thing that you can disconnect, and it has just a zip closure. And then there is a big zip across pouch here on the front. That's nice and padded as well. And then there's a spot for an ID tag in there too, which is nice. And then on the inside, but there is a clear, 2 clear pouches that do have a zip closure, and then 2 pockets that do not have a zip closure, and then 1 larger zip closure pouch, and then it's just open in there. So great size bag, really nice. I would have to, if I had to guess, it doesn't say how much it retails for, but over $100 probably, because again, these are pricey bags. So in this, it's mainly just promo stuff, but there are a few actual things. So the one thing they gave us is a poster from Disney Plus, and it is a Phineas and Ferb poster for the new Phineas and Ferb continued series. and Dan Povenmire will be at this event, so that's super exciting. Got a few like promo buttons, but they are really cute. So there's one for World Princess Week. Love that. And then this one I really like. It's a D23 one, and it's a Halloween Huey, Dewey, and Louie one. We did get a pack of Lorcana cards, and I'm not sure if these ones, I think this is just, it's like 12 additional game cards, so you still need like the starter pack. So there is this little box from Disney Visa, but if you have a Disney Visa, make sure you open this because there's a card in here that you can open, or that you can get a free pin with this at the booth at Destination D23. So we both have to take our cards in tomorrow and grab those. So I'm gonna take that out so I don't forget to take it. And then we got a Destination D23 pin. It's actually really big, which is kind of funny. Got a Destination D23 patch, has Chip and Dale on it. And then last but not least, we got a hand sanitizer from the new Bath & Body Works Villains collection. So I was super excited to see this. So we both got the same thing. So I don't know if everybody got the same thing or just happened because we picked our bags up behind each other. So the scent I got is the Maleficent one. And then the holder I got is the Evil Queen one. So it's the magic mirror and it does light up. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a magic mirror on there. So that's super neat and especially perfect for Halloween time. I have a Mickey pumpkin lounge fly, so I think I'm gonna keep this on there. So that's super cool. And so that's everything that they kind of gave us. They also gave us these bags, which I kind of showed this earlier, but when we got in the shopping line, they gave us this little reusable bag, and on the back it says Disney Rewards Visa. So that was a nice little addition, just to carry anything else that we got. And then I'll get into what we purchased. So we only shopped at Mickey's of Glendale because everything else like we didn't like really find interesting. We want to go back and go into the ink and paint, so that's where they had like all the vendors, because there's a few things that we wanted to get from there, but we just like weren't sure if we were allowed to go back in, so we were like, we'll just wait because I don't think anything over there is selling out. But I grabbed some of these pencils and pens that all say Disney Imagineering. The pencils I mainly got for our nephews for school, and it's cool because they're color changing, so they all just have the Disney Imagineering logo on them, which is kind of hard to see, and I have them upside down, so that's not helpful. But they are all color changing. You can kind of see how it's like blotchy. It's like not focusing well either. And then just got some black pens that say Walt Disney Imagineering because my dad and my husband are like the people who steal the pens at hotels, so got them those. And then I just got some of the like Flair in a pink one and a light blue one. And those were all between, like the pencils were like $1. I think the pens, like the nicer pens, like the Flair ones were only like $2 or $3, and then the big nice pens were like $4 or $5. So very reasonably priced. And then this is our merch bag from Imagineering. We didn't do too much damage, thankfully. But I did end up getting this black t-shirt that I showed you guys. So it says Destination Imagination, and I just love the Sorcerer Mickey on it. And this was $30. I got 2 sweatshirts because I love a good sweatshirt. They're both Muppets ones. So I got this Muppet Studio one, and it just has a big embroidered Muppet Studio on it. Absolutely love this in the green Kermit color. And this was $70. That one was a little pricey. And then I got this Muppets one, which this is for the 70th, and it has a little emblem on the sleeve that says 70th, so that's cool. And it's, again, it's them in like their little windows, which I just love that so much. I think that's so cute. And it says Muppets 70 years. And then this one was $50. And then the items Grant got were on sale. They were 40% off. So he got this Imagineering hat with the Sorcerer Mickey on the front. It doesn't say anything else, so it's like super subtle. And then this was retail for $27.99. That one was $16. And then this hoodie was originally $40, which I still feel like is cheap for a hoodie, especially it has embroidery on it. So it's all black, and it has this like piping on the sleeves and on the bottom. And then it has a Sorcerer Mickey embroidered there on the front, and the whole back says Walt Disney Imagineering, but again in the black embroidery, so it's kind of like, again, more subtle. So I thought that was really neat too. It was originally $40, so it was only $24, so that's a really good deal. So that's our little haul from Destination D23, at least so far. So if we get anything else I'll be sure to update that in the following videos. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe if you want to see videos from day 2 and 3. Again, I'm going to try to get these out as quickly as I possibly can. Tomorrow, the actual convention starts, so we'll be having some panels, and we'll be going to Typhoon Lagoon tomorrow night for a Cusco-topia party, so you won't want to miss that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. You can follow me at the Northern Prepster for more like personal stuff. I throw in some Disney stuff there too, or Yellow Shoes Pod, which is my husband and I's joint account that we do different Disney content on as well over there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.